Welcome back to another episode of Baldur's Gate 3. This is episode 18. Last time we finished forging at the Great Grim Forge. We fouled the guardian of the forge, Grim. There's a lot of Grims and forges in this intro. Made some awesome armor. We made some armor for Shadowheart and lae'zel, which is... honestly, this armor can be used until the very end of the game. It is so good. Today we're going to be traveling with lae'zel, because our goal for the day is to search for the Githyanki Crèche, finally. So, let's get on with it.
Traitor Kithrak takes great interest in this relic of yours, Shadowheart. Or should I say, weapon? What are you hiding?
Nothing. I assume your kin are just as misguided as you are.
Have a lot on my mind.
Shadowheart and lae'zel being in the party together, you know. It is what it is. But yeah, the zone today that we're going to is probably my second favourite. Mainly because of the music and the gorgeous views that you can get there. It really reminds me of a zone like Grizzly Hills in World of Warcraft. We'll definitely stop to take in some views along the way, because look at this. Gorgeous. We're going to need them for things coming, because in a few episodes' time, there'll be no gorgeous scenery around us anymore.
Wait. These markings. Tirsu's script scratched in the ground. As I expected. A crèche must be nested in the temple below. We must go there at once.
Well, that is where we're heading, lae'zel. What do you mean by Tirsu's script?
Githyanki writing. Every word a wheel. Every letter is spoke. The most powerful texts are engraved in slate. Some so ancient, only the most erudite Gish can read them.
How do I know I can trust your people?
You don't have to trust them. Only to trust me. I have not failed you yet, and I have no intentions of it now. I don't need you to believe me for it to be true.
Fair enough. Let's go to the crèche then.
Very well. You may lead.
Thank you.
But if we stray too far that our chance is lost, I'll make my way there alone.
Okay. First we will explore the zone, you know, and take in all the sights and get all the good stuff. Yeah, this music here is probably my favorite from this game. It's just so nice. Such a nice little...
Blessed be you, pilgrim. Take respite now in the dawn's loving gaze.
a nice little jam. Legend failed.
I warn you, I'm exceptionally well armed.
Lady Esther.
A friendly face. Oh, you are a sweet, sweet blessing, my dear. You know, I've had nothing but trouble all day. I've been accosted, chased, insulted. Look over there. Do you see that wretched little hive?
Scalable architecture, good vantage points. Looks empty, perfect ambush spot.
Oh, it certainly looks that way. But inside, it is swarming with brutish, stupid, rude Githyanki.
Brutish and rude by your wretched standards. But stupid. Chucky.
Your charming companion would call it a crèche. But it was built on what remained after the Githyanki slaughtered all of the monks. I'd call it a murderous training camp.
Acutely observed on both counts.
Honestly, I was doing them a favor offering to buy one of their eggs. And how am I repaid? Attacked and run off like some transient.
You tried to buy one of their children?
What? No, of course not. I was merely... well... Look, it's just an egg. The Society of Brilliance asked me to acquire one of their roe so they can incubate it and, once it hatches, raise the spawn in their tradition.
Please, do enlighten me. What is this tradition?
The Society believes a Githyanki raised in a peaceful, nurturing environment can overcome its violent nature. I'm sure your friend would agree. A Githyanki is as likely to forsake its violent nature as a gnome is to fly.
Violence is taught, not inherited. You don't need to steal a child to know that.
You've been sipping from the same goblet as the Society. Perhaps you'd be willing to help then, to prove your point. They may have chased me away, but surely the Gith would welcome a person with such sympathetic views to their crèche. And once inside, you could simply purloin an egg.
Steal one of Gith's own. I will slit your throat for even suggesting it.
I'm not talking to you. You'll be well compensated, of course. Just bring me an egg.
Oh, we still have the Albi egg?
Now, I believe you have places to be.
I'm not going to give her a real answer because, well, probably not ever going to give her a Githyanki egg, you know, even if we do steal it. Now, before we keep heading down that way, I want to go up this way. There's a little fight ahead. Just
step carefully. There's a trap.
Not the easiest fight in the game. Can definitely cause some issues. We got all these ghouls, but then even further we have the Death Shepherd. Now the Death Shepherds have an ability where they can raise the dead with full HP. So it's definitely not a fun thing to fight against. And I was hoping to snare at least one, but that is what it is. I'm gonna move back a bit so I don't just get smacked. Yeah, we got 2 Death Shepherds too, and these ghasts are annoying at times. Poor lae'zel with her 8 dexterity. For now, lae'zel's gonna be pretty bad at entering fights, but she'll get better. That will be all good by the time she's actually needed. Alright, let's Spirit Guardians. I knew there was a mine somewhere close. I just wasn't 100% sure exactly where it was, but there it was. We blew that guy back. So these ghouls can be annoying mainly because sometimes when they hit you, you get paralyzed. Let's do a big old fireball. If we kill a few of them, and even though they can bring them back to life,
Time to strike.
there'll be at least less chance of it happening. Now, lae'zel, are you able to reach this fella? Yes. Do some big hurt on him. If we can. We did trip him over. That's a good start. We can get rid of one of these Death Shepherds, which did happen because I scored a crit on my offhand.
Let's make this quick.
Nice damage. Good dodging. Now he's gonna res this ghoul, but the ghouls are like whatever. If he had gone to res the Death Shepherd, I would have probably counterspelled it, but That's what we have fireballs for. Now the ghoul is dead again. Gas has 1 HP as well. Alright, we took that out. Sadly, lae'zel can't actually use action because she got the stink cloud on her, but hopefully we can kill the Death Shepherd before he can res anyone else.
My faith will protect me.
Nice.
No one back home will ever believe this.
I've seen that fight go a lot worse, so the being lucky continues to be a thing in this playthrough. Now, when I played through Honor mode, because the prices of vendor items are so much more expensive, I was actually looting all the chests that I would come across over here. Like, you know, these ones are worth looting because they're 400 gold, but even the 100 gold ones on Honor mode, just pick them up.
The Absolute's forces have taken Duke Ravengard to Moonrise Towers. A powerful asset. Just what are their intentions, I wonder? Broken. Need to find another way.
I love this music. It's so nice and peaceful. Makes you forget all your problems. That's what I mean. It's like Grizzly Hills, this zone. It's got good music. It's got good vistas. It's nice considering what we're going to be seeing in the next zone of the game. Anyone that's played this game knows. Having this lovely zone.
This view's almost worth the walk.
It's definitely nice before what's to come.
At least things have stayed interesting.
I can't believe I'm actually venturing into a Gith stronghold again, voluntarily. This had better pay off.
I'll admit it. This could be a terrible idea, but we don't have much choice.
True. We're acting out of desperation. Let's just be careful. Any potential cure is useless if our heads are parted from our shoulders beforehand. They must want that artifact back badly if they're dispatching red dragons in pursuit of it. But we cannot afford to lose it. I wish I'd never been sent on this mission.
Let's just focus on getting rid of the tadpole. The rest can wait.
True enough. All will be revealed in due time. I hope.
The crèche must be nested in that temple. Our cure is close.
I hope so.
Approach the fairy in Lathander's grace. May his gaze shine upon you, pilgrim.
I swear, if I get the strength check again after having to pull the sword from the stone, I'm gonna get rid of my strength characters and just use myself all the time. Man.
That was tough. This can't have been used in a while.
It's the second time when a strength character would have made sense to get something done that my character was just like, I'm a bit of a Giga Chad.
With
Everyone on.
no one stopped me yet.
Scratch immediately going sniffing. Be there soon, Scratch. Trying to get this loot.
That will fit in my pack.
Like, but there's other loot over here. I don't want to read the Pilgrim's Curse. The prayers? Sure. The curse? It might curse me. Alright, Scratch, what'd you sniff up over here?
I believe we're approaching the crèche. Once we're inside, let me do the talking.
Just to be clear, you're going to lead us into a nest of Githyanki marauders, and we're supposed to trust that will end well for us.
Is that a problem?
More a sign of the times, I suppose.
I mean, You know, it's probably not the best idea. Well, Scratch, it seems like we're not going to be getting that loot that you sniffed up because we suck.
That's enough. On your feet.
Where are you taking us?
If this is about that weapon your friend was talking about, we don't have it and we don't know shit about it.
Silence! Move!
No. No, I'm not going in there. I won't.
These people are wearing absolute necklace. They may be cultists.
Anyone want to join her? As I thought. Through the doors. Now! The captain is expecting you.
Forward, carefully. These cultists have the Crèche on high alert.
So the Githyanki aren't fond of the cultists. Could be a good thing.
Within the artifact, a feeling stirs. Uncertainty.
Your curiosity is getting the better of you. Do not let it. Stay away from the Githyanki.
There's one right here.
They're hunting you. They want the artifact. They'll stop at nothing to take it from you.
Let them try. Pretty sure, yeah, we can't get in there with a lockpick because can't even knock. I really like this music.
What do you mean, too drunk? It's not possible.
Kobold looters are very explosive. If you kill them with fire, they explode. It's always fun. They've also been drinking. Let's start this fight with a little fire. Just a little fire. Make a big fire. Some of them are surprised, some of them not. It's like not a good first swing. That guy's too close, so I had disadvantage on him. Kill him though. Fighting these guys can be a bit of a mess. It can be more explosive than this though, even like if we throw a fireball. It's a very explosive fight. Lae'zel, tear through them.
Not no failure.
Oh, we didn't kill that guy? Fine, we'll finish him. I'm so used to Lae'zel just one-shotting everything. I thought we had killed him. On my Dark Urge playthrough, she's doing like 60 damage a swing. Granted, we are level 12, so but that's the one I've been playing the most recently. So it's the one that I think of the most. And I'm not able to like finish targets. And that guy has 1 HP. Create a small explosion. A little cleave here might be pretty nice. Few targets on nothing. Of course, we missed the one that has 1 HP, but that is what it is. The one guy in the corner now. He doesn't even know what he wants to do. He's half asleep. Kill him. brings us to 3 inspiration, which will be handy in the near future. That's disgusting. If you read that. Ugh. Also, there's ceremonial mace. So there are 4 ceremonial weapons that can be used to get a buff, which is pretty nice. And also allows you to get an item without having to cause significant damage to the area. But the way I want to do that, for narrative purposes, is to fail. So I might take the ceremonial items for the buff, but I don't think I'm gonna use the item. When it comes to making this series, we are going to fail some things for reasons of narrative only, because I feel like it will make for a better overall story. Like, I'd like to show as much as I can for the YouTube series and, you know, do as much of the awesome stuff, but we may lose some awesome stuff because of narrative moments that I think are just better.
A long way from Waterdeep.
Wow.
Is someone crying?
Gale might be crying.
Looks like an ambush.
Ramishka. These guys are allergic to magic, so if a spell goes off that's close to them,
Can't give up now.
can cause some chaos.
Mishkas. Better be careful with any magic. Spell set them off.
Exactly what my character just said.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Gale, get out there, cast some magic at them.
Using magic around these things is more trouble than it's worth.
I don't know what this one did, but this one definitely caused some ice around itself. Scratch, look, some cats.
Let's finish this.
Our Spirit Guardians is pretty good here. So we'll be doing that. Oh, I think that one just made water around it, and that one made ice around it, so kind of funny. See. Nice, she didn't slip over. Let's go. Take a lot of damage from that explosion, though. Definitely. Now, hopefully they'll run into the Spirit Guardian. Nice. You can definitely make this fight pretty chaotic if you decide to. I do like chaos. Spirit Guardians will carry us, though. As you can see.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Loot their tails.
Cursed to put my hands
Record
on
of
everything.
complaints. Alright, so this is volume 3. There are 4 of these volumes. Maybe when I go through editing, I might remember to put them all in order so you can read it like a story, but if not, I'm sorry for finding 3 and 4 first. Sometimes it goes like that, you know? Maybe there's only 3 because that wasn't actually one. Probably one of the most lore heavy areas. Like out of the single areas that you go to. We will come back here momentarily. Some stuff we gotta do first before we do that. Give me a little magic missile gun.
Still alive, so that's progress. Very well. A Guardian of Faith spell. And a remarkably long-lasting one at that.
Here we have a Guardian. Now this Guardian is protecting the ceremonial battle axe.
What's hiding here?
So we're obviously going to have to deal with him. The way I usually like to deal with him is to drop a Guardian of Faith on the Guardian of Faith. But since Shadowheart isn't like a full cleric this playthrough, I might actually have to deal with him by fighting him. Probably not, because we can just take him out anyway. You know, he is pretty hard to go through. Because whenever a Guardian of Faith deals damage, it also takes damage. So you can just drop a Guardian of Faith on the Guardian of Faith and it will just, like, kill itself. At range, it probably can't do anything to us. Take the battle axe.
Stand your ground! Keep them busy! Lathander, forgive me. We have to fire the lance.
The lance.
Talking statues are never a good sign.
The Arcanist.
Magic mouth spell. So that voice must be from someone long deceased.
Moving ahead.
Interesting. Will lead us into the main area of this monastery. Open up these doors and then open up the 2 other books.
Bet I can crack that open.
That's just a shortcut to the entrance. It's volume 2. So we're going to read volume 1 last. That's what's happened here.
The blood of Lathander, spilled in holy battle with Samaster, immortalized here for all to worship.
So they kept the blood of Lathander here. No wonder it was looted.
Find the blood of Lathander. Githyanki thing. I don't know if these are gonna like show up that well on YouTube anyway, so I don't know if I'll really put them up. I'm sure I will. But if it doesn't show up that well when you're reading it, blame YouTube compression. Alright, so through that way down there is the Crèche. We're not ready to go there just yet. There's still more up that we need to explore. Much as I love this zone, it's probably the laggiest zone in the game. I don't know if like the frame rate is going to affect the YouTube video or anything. It usually doesn't on Twitch. But it's definitely the zone that causes me to have the most lag.
Intruder! In my nest! This area was meant to be safe! Xavier, get behind Mummy!
I'm just interested in that big device. I promise to not meddle with the nest. We are a ranger after all.
Fine. Xavier! Xavier! Don't talk to it! It might have germs.
Rude. The bad thing is, I don't actually know if you can skip this fight. Of course I get entangled. Because no matter what I do, if I get too close to Xavier, or I get too close to the nest, the fight starts. And also I need the ceremonial warhammer anyway, so sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Just knock scratch into there. Rude. Gonna take scratch. Xavier for that. I don't even feel bad.
Have a lot on my mind. And
Sometimes you gotta kill things in nature, you know? Reason my character
looks to be a
doesn't want
powerful weapon. I wonder if it was used on the Githyanki nearby.
Maybe they shot that. Look at this view. So good, so worth. Now, one thing I want to do before we go ahead is clear this rooftop. This will be... I don't know if it will be important later on, but it'll be a little bit important later on to have it weird, you know? For anyone who's played through the game,
Light on my feet.
they will know exactly why. But for anyone that hasn't, well,
Lovely day this. Now,
we've got something fun planned for the
Let's
future.
move. What path lies before me?
Probably next episode.
A fallen Githyanki warrior. A crèche must be close.
Yes, lae'zel.
All right. What now?
A crèche must be close. We're literally here for that reason. Like she forgot. Now let's get someone to jump back here.
Crave blood. Objective noted.
I think there's some loot. Drawers. Holy Lance Ham. Creatures who miss their attack rolls against the wearer must make a dexterity saving throw or take 1 to 4 radiant damage. I think for now I will equip that to lae'zel because it's better than hers, but in the future I might equip it to Shadowheart. Alright, let's head back down to that room.
The monastery's notable keepers adorn these intricate panels. Lathendarian monasteries of this size were usually overseen by Dawn Masters, esteemed members of the clergy.
Examine the image mark Dawnmaster Seed.
The reconsecration of the monastery, conducted by Dawnmaster Seed.
And Dawnmaster Stockhold.
Evensong before the Zenith Day, celebrated by Dawnmaster Stockhold.
What about Dawnmaster Welkin Glory?
Dawnmaster Welkin Glory beckons forth the rising sun in Lathander's name.
And the Broken Window.
Dawnmaster Vasaid wielding... The rest of the inscription and picture has shattered away.
Interesting. So here we see there's a sword.
Dawnmaster Welkin Glory.
Corresponding with sword.
Don't waste a step.
That gives us the Morninglord's Radiance, 1 to 4 radiant damage when we make attacks.
This blood sounds important. Could it still be here somewhere?
And we get the Dawnmaster's Crest, which we're going to pick it up, but we're not going to use it. Now, time to head back down and into the crèche. I think we will do a long rest for journeying in there though, just in case. So we have our spell slots ready and all that. Plus it means I can talk to everyone about the crèche.
Hey, soldier, well, I'm not feeling so good. My engine is getting worse. Feels like it's going to burst out of my chest. We need to catch up with Damon. See if he's thought of a way to fix this thing. If it can be fixed.
Don't worry. We'll find him, Karlach.
I'm sure we will. But, in case we don't, a bit of advice. You leave your left flank wide open. If I'm ever not around to cover it, you may find yourself on the wrong side of a goblin spear one of these days.
My left flank. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. So now that we long rested, we did lose the Dawnmaster's Radiance, but it's not like we would be utilizing it before we long rested anyway, so. lae'zel just leveled up. Very good, lae'zel. We haven't yet. We're close. Very close. It'll happen soon.
This place is enlightening. My own crèche, Kalair, is remote and sunless, cloaked in the silence of wild space. My Savage would find this one altogether too genial.
A real Githyanki Crèche. Few outsiders learn the secrets of such places. Fewer still live to share their observations. A keen eye and a quiet tongue may serve us well here.
It is true, Gale.
If this place is as inviting as other aspects of Githyanki culture, we'll be in for an interesting time to say the least.
Sentries to arms! Istik, state your purpose quickly.
Stand down, Gish.
Is it not Vlaakith's command to welcome her faithful?
I expected no visitors, faithful or otherwise. Why have you come?
lae'zel can answer.
We seek the Zaith'isk. Show me the way.
You are infected. A gate thrall is something to eradicate, not reason with.
The faithful may be purified. This is Vlaakith's protocol.
Fine. Let the Gustil carry out your fate. Report to the Infirmary at once. And step carefully. Crèche watches you.
I heard they're making us join the patrol soon. The search must be going badly.
Hush, Quanirel.
What are you two talking about?
What if they don't find the weapon? Do we even know it? An Istig? But you can't be here. I can't be seen with you. The Chakrai.
Quanirel. The Inquisition have more to worry about than who you talk to in the corridors.
Inquisition? What's that about?
Our Queen's eyes and ears. They're her will incarnate, and right now, they're here.
I'm just looking for the captain.
See? I told you. Nothing to worry about.
She's in her quarters, through those doors.
I'm not actually looking for the captain, but thanks for the information.
Perhaps a tadpole has already addled your brain. Is that it?
My brain is fine.
April! Stop this insufferable whining.
What's up for discussion?
Kachoki! We are training to fight Gake. You think they will hesitate?
They won't need to if we keep killing each other for them. It's stupid. Orphe...
Silence! It seems your childish prattling is attracting an audience. You fight again. This time, daggers only. And to the death, as instructed. Who wants to challenge this sniveling Istark?
Killing your own soldiers is an odd strategy for winning a war.
Cowards are not tolerated in our ranks. Though I gather they are welcome in yours.
Let's see what happens.
I've been practicing every night, Savage. Let me have a go.
I refuse. There has to be a better way.
You dropped your guard on your weak side and were completely open to an offhand counter. Move him out of the way. We've wasted enough time already.
We must scout the Crèche. The Purifier, the Zaith'isk, will be in the Infirmary.
We'll get there when we get there. The training room is illuminating. Our GIF instructor's always so brutal.
My own Savage would never have threatened a youngling. A waste of time and energy. The pupils themselves culled the weak from their ranks. I myself felled 4 of my own classmates once Kalir had 100 times circled Tyrell.
For what purpose? Rage? Entertainment?
Survival. My people have no use for cowards. Every trainee that I slayed was either too weak to withstand the lessons, or was cocky enough to pick a fight they could never win. They underestimated me, so they paid the price.
I see.
The Githyanki are only as powerful as their weakest warrior. Jaquith de Venzir, the termination of the frail, strengthens us.
I'm just gonna go look at this guy's dead body real quick. He has something I want.
This big slate looks like the other. Another story about the Githyanki prince.
Hey, lae'zel.
You must have questions.
Well, I found this disc.
The disc appears in your mind's eye. lae'zel sees it too and considers the vision.
Tirsu markings. Ancient. I recognize them, but I can't make sense. No. Wait. The texts are enciphered, but there's a common speech translation beneath, carved in a different hand. It's a story about Orpheus.
Your head buzzes in concert with lae'zel's, but it hardly matters. Even without the connection, you'd recognize her discomfort.
What does it say?
This text is heresy. I can hardly bear to read it, let alone speak it.
Tell me what it says, though.
Very well. I will read it to you. The Prince of the Comet, Part 2. The Prince of the Comet, Orpheus himself, led his honor guard into battle. Their red dragons bellowed with righteous anger, and the heavens erupted. The glorious prince cried to all who could hear him, "Praise be to my mother Gith, the queen of the one sky, sacrificed to the hells by the renegade Vlaakith." But the true heir, the Prince of the Comet, could not overcome Vlaakith's knights and their ill-gotten worms. Mighty Voss, Gestil Kithrak, lit the astral sky aflame. When the ash had cleared, beloved Orpheus was gone. True heir, glorious prince, there's no greater crime than to exalt the pretender called Orpheus.
It is very interesting. Let's head over here towards the shop. Got some items to buy.
Ugh, blood, rust, scar. Is there no odious substance not smeared on this delivery? I'd heard this plane was disgusting, but I didn't think it would be like this.
There must be something worthwhile on this plane, or your kind wouldn't be here.
Most metals here fold like istics, much like istics themselves. But if you're so keen to extol their virtues, you can pay accordingly.
Yeah, she has this knife of the Undermountain King. Reduce the number you need to roll a critical while attacking by 1. You can stack it. And these gloves of dexterity, which is why lae'zel only has 8 dexterity. They're also pretty nice. Honestly, I'm probably not going to do shopping with Will, because on Tactician, the prices are really low. On a mode, these gloves were worth like 2,000 gold or something. They're only 800 on Tactician at like no charisma. So I don't really mind spending 800 gold. There's no reason to just hoard gold in this game when you're playing anything lower than honor mode, honestly. Now, obviously I'm going to equip this sword to myself. Yeah, I didn't really notice that prices were so vastly different until I played honor mode. But yeah, now that we got those on lae'zel, she has very good dexterity, which means her initiative will also be very good. And we also just all hit level 7 at some point during that conversation, so let's level up. I am not going ranger level 6. We're going back to rogue. Gives me the cunning actions, hide, dash, disengage. This hide is, I think, the same as the dread ambusher hide. I'm not sure if they're like different in any way, but they seem the same at least. We're going to be going rogue for a few levels. As for Gale, he has just unlocked level 4 spells. I do like Wall of Fire. Let's grab Minor Elemental as well. As much as I do want to go Cleric level 6 right now, we're going to continue down the path of Paladin on Shadowheart. And level 2 Paladin is pretty strong because you unlock Divine Smite. Plus she gets a fighting style, which we can put into Great Weapon Fighting. Means that if you roll a 1 or 2, it gets re-rolled. This gives her more damage. And lae'zel will just be going full fighter, so it's pretty easy for us. Let's grab Maneuvering Attack and Goading. Alright, so after that eventful level, especially for Shadowheart, now got Divine Smite on her. That's going to be fun. Let's get on with exploring the rest of this crèche.
This imposing portrait depicts a powerful Githyanki warrior, undeniably regal in her mien.
Vlaakith herself. She is both the sun that blinds us and the void that contains us. Praise be.
In the corner of the painting is a small symbol you can't quite place. This Githyanki looks different from the others you've seen here. The way her stark white skin stretches over her sharp features gives her a distinctly otherworldly aspect. As hard as you rack your brain, the symbol doesn't look like anything you've seen before.
Well, We were unable to history check.
I'd expect to see 15 eggs at the very least.
15 eggs, huh? Are we allowed in here?
Isthic are permitted to view the birthing pools now. These are strange times. Step carefully while here. Our hatchery is protected by lethal safeguards. I do not wish to pick your remains from them.
I thought the hatchery would have more eggs.
Most are hatched. Only one remains. Monitored by Varsh Koku, the caretaker of our young. You may speak to the Varsh if you wish, but stay away from the egg. There will be no second warning.
Fair enough. This hatchery has a single egg. How many does a clutch usually contain?
Kalir's clutch held 3 dozen eggs, more or less. Though I've learned of creches that harbored 100.
And Githyanki looked quite humanoid. How'd you evolve to lay eggs?
Humanoid. How I despise the term. Githyanki are quite superior to humans. Our biology slates state that Githyanki came to lay eggs after we escaped illicit enslavement and took to the astral plane. It's an asexual process, a favorable change by any estimation. Hideous to imagine a life where I couldn't partake in the pleasures of sex without the looming threat of bearing children.
Yes, that would be quite convenient. Who does the laying?
Shukiani. Githyanki chosen by Vlaakith herself to bear young. The queen assigns when and where they must lay, and how many eggs they must bear. The Shukiani pass their eggs in the material plane. In the astral, time barely passes. It is a meticulous process, carefully timed so that the eggs hatch at once.
Apart from this one.
You can tell Kithrak Therazin that my position has not changed. The egg requires more time. Furthermore...
Excuse me?
Oh. I was not expecting an Istik. What brings you to my hatchery?
I heard you were waiting for one last egg to hatch.
Failure at the first hurdle of existence. Most caretakers would crush it and be done.
Most caretakers would not give the child its fair chance. But I shall. There could be greatness in that shell.
You note that the hope in his voice is tinged with weariness. It's the voice of a man who's fought the inevitable for a long time.
And what will happen to the egg if it doesn't hatch?
Kithrak Therazin will give orders to destroy it. She will say it's a weakling. I'll give it a while longer. And if it doesn't hatch, it will have proven her right.
Why risk its life at all? Give it to me. I'll take care of it. 18 is a big one. Do one reroll here.
You? What do you know about Githyanki child rearing? Still, the captain's due for an inspection any day now. And if she sees it here... Tell me, what will you do with it if I entrust it to you?
I'll raise it as if it were my own flesh and blood.
That's what I feared. Still, I'm sure its nature will pervade, even if raised among lesser species. I can no longer ignore that Kithrak Therazin's patience has its limits. Very well. Here. Take these. They will aid your approach to the egg.
I'm allowed to just take it. Okay. Acidic surfaces don't affect you. Now, I suspect I still have to watch out for traps. I've never actually tried to convince him to give me the egg before.
Entirely too empty. I'd expect to see 15 eggs.
Like, this is the first time I've tried it.
Large green egg with an uneven shell. You can see a vague outline of something within it.
I shall gingerly pick up the egg and stow it in my pen. Thanks for the egg.
An unhatched Githyanki egg should be the burden of a Vash, not a warrior, whether ascended or otherwise. And yet, I'm drawn to the warmth of it. A child of Gith and a servant of Vlaakith grows within. Keep it close. Perhaps in our care, it might yet hatch. And don't you dare pass it to that lunatic woman prowling the mountain pass.
I was actually thinking about passing it to you, lae'zel, because
Vlaakith's will be done.
I don't actually want to raise it, you know,
Let's get going.
I just wanted it.
So, a quick word.
It's all yours.
You've got the egg, haven't you? Be on your way then. Before I change my mind.
Thanks, mate. In fact, I didn't even know you could convince him to give it.
Vertical incision from pineal eye to end of notochord. Intestinal coloration consistent with samples 231 to 259.
Excuse me?
Do you have a question? Or are you just going to stand there gawking?
I am a child of Gith, not discarded rat flesh. Am I not due your respect?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. Let the Istik with you speak. And I will decide what respect you're owed.
What are you hoping to learn from dissecting that thing?
Nothing your kind is capable of understanding. The better question is, what brings an Istik to my infirmary?
I'm simply keen to learn, and you seem like a favourable teacher. Oh, we're not passing that one. I don't really want to use the inspiration either.
I am no teacher. If it's an education you seek, go to the training room. I'm sure the Savage will be happy to oblige.
I've also been tadpoled and I need help.
You must be desperate to seek my aid. Tell me, how long have you been infected?
Longer than you'd expect seromorphosis to take, and with none of the symptoms.
Fascinating. So you're conscious of your infection, but showing no signs of cerebral impairment. Either your tadpole is special, or you are. We must find out which. Go to the Zaith'isk. I will ensure you're cured.
And the Zaith'isk is...
The apparatus at the top of those stairs. Quickly now. Time is of the essence.
The device is strange, made of taut flesh and pockmarked metal. It waits for something.
The Zaith'isk. Vlaakith's purity distilled. My duty. My right.
Do an examination first. See what we're dealing with. Or not.
The device is part organic, part synthetic. But you can't tell how it was made. Or how it works.
The rolls today haven't been great.
My time has come.
Alright, lae'zel, you've earned it. I know there's a permanent buff you can get from this, but we aren't going to be using the tadpole powers anyway in this playthrough. And narratively, I think lae'zel should always use the Zaith'isk. Even in my honor mode playthrough, I let her. And I also critical success the first kick, so no bad effects.
Praise Vlaakith. Let it be done.
Sit, child. Let the Zaith'isk end your suffering.
See if we can get some critical success rolling here. Because otherwise, there will be downsides.
You must focus on the parasite at all times. The Zaith'isk will do the rest.
I just think it's a good narrative device to let her do it.
An unseen blade cleaves your mind in two. Impossible pain sears your bones and body in concert with lae'zel's. The Zaith'isk psionic forces batter lae'zel's thoughts. There is no chance she will survive this unscathed.
Yes, child. Speak the Talaket. Meditate on its verses.
You feel lae'zel's mind rip and rupture. Is this purification? Is this the cure?
lae'zel, you should get out of there. You won't survive this anguish. Not this time.
No! Blackett! Purge me of this blight!
You share in lae'zel's agony. Every cell within her skull bursts into a constellation of fragments, sorted and reassembled. lae'zel will die if she remains.
Yes, child. Jamar, Zala, Blackett, call to your queen.
My queen! Hear me!
That thing looks set to kill her.
Your vision narrows. You sense myriad specters of Githyanki past. This is their fate. This is their anguish.
lae'zel, you mustn't listen. The device is changing you. You're becoming a lizard.
I am becoming pure!
So bright.
Lashika! Lashika!
Yes, child. Face her will.
Your marrow quakes within your bones. Behind the pain, a new sensation rises. Power.
Remove her.
It's not gonna happen either.
The Zaith'isk overwhelms the both of you. The weight of the astral sea crushes your mind and spirit.
Enough!
Damn it all! The parasite. I still feel it. I am Githyanki. I will not be gay.
My life's work gone. And yet she lives. And so does her parasite.
Her voice cuts with a fanatical edge, an obsession bordering on mania. If there's a chance the parasite lives, she wants it.
Your Zaith'isk tried to kill lae'zel and failed.
The Zaith'isk does not fail. The only variable in this experience was you and your parasite. And I will uncover how this happened. Wait here. I will gather my tools.
No! I followed the protocol! I must be cleansed!
That was too close. You were lucky I was there to save you. Once again.
I followed protocol. I kept to my faith. Yet the Zaith'isk might have killed me. The Gustil tampered with it. Traitor! And there may be more still. This must be why the Inquisitors come.
Are traitors so common among the Githyanki?
Vlakith has taught us of a Sharlak. Traitors hunted, slaughtered, and erased from our histories. Few would dare dishonor their queen. Fewer still would be so brazen. Now hurry. We must go to the Cherai and inform him of the Doctor's sedition.
Now, one bad thing that lae'zel will have to deal with because we failed all those checks is weakened constitution, intelligence, and wisdom. So all of those stats are reduced by 2. Pretty bad for the constitution, the other 2, whatever. And because we're not using any parasites, you can just eat a parasite and it will remove the debuff. I wasn't planning on using lae'zel much more after this in this playthrough anyway, so for this playthrough it's fine.
Smoke rises like hot breath, but whatever semblance of life once powered the Zaith'isk is gone.
So, the Githyanki have no cure for our condition. Unless you count death as a cure. I won't pretend to be surprised.
Me neither.
Not the resounding success we were hoping for. Still, the price of ambition is occasionally catastrophic failure. At least our skulls remain intact.
True. Alright, let's head out. Told me to stay put, but we can't do that. It is impossible to do. And it looks like he has guards ready for us. How about a nice arrow for you? No slipping, but it's okay. Nice. Took that guy down. Very good. Might as well action surge here. Probably a long rest between this fight and the next one anyway. Let us smite. He has counter spell anyway, so don't matter. Fine. Burning hands will counter spell. That was on 3 of us. We have this lady in here with us. We can take her out before she can get away. Gale and Franca can take care of her. Most of these guys are youth, so they're pretty weak when it really comes down to it. There are some mobs in here that aren't so weak, like the ones that have ready for parry and stuff like that, you know? But these guys aren't too much to worry about. Poor Ezra is unable to hit though. That one. Some divine smiting. And Shadowheart is covered in blood. Nice, we landed the ensnare. Oh. 43 damage. Oh, 1 HP.
Mistra Rill.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Alright, we took her down. This traitorous doctor. New necklace for lae'zel. Ring of Elemental Infusion is pretty nice. When you deal damage with a spell or cantrip, the element infuses your weapon.
The first 10 protocols. The young must abide them, or bear the Savash's barbed whip.
Barbed whip, huh?
This Crèche's bunks look entirely too soft for my liking.
lae'zel just calling them all weak. So the next thing we have to do here is go to the captain. Which we're not going to get to this episode, but definitely next episode. Next episode we'll have a lot more fighting involved. Similar to like the goblin camp when we went through that. Thankfully no one else in the Crèche is yet aggressive, so we'll just close this door and they will never know, you know. Now let's do a long rest and then wrap up the episode. Probably talk to the companions and see if they have anything to say about camping in the Crèche.
Another dead end. If the tadpole doesn't kill us, trying to cure it just might.
The menacing Githyanki machine and its jagged pincers held no cure at all. Who could have thought?
I'm not surprised that the Gith's insane device didn't remove our tadpoles. I'm just disappointed.
That's okay. Crèche has something for us. Let's grab that before we end.
Dog is unable to speak through the small bag he holds in his mouth.
I like how what have you got there, Scratch, is what the game prompts you to say, because that's exactly what I say every time. Even when I don't have animals speaking.
I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
It's a torch. Very thoughtful for the upcoming episodes, I must say. Thanks, buddy. Albie, you want a little pet?
You smell very delicious, but I will not bite you.
It is very appreciated. Have a pet. In the nose. I think because he's standing up a little incline, the game was like, I can't figure out where to pet. But anyway, I'm gonna bring this episode to an end there. We finally went to the mountain pass and found the Githyanki Crèche with lae'zel. Obviously failed all the checks that we had today. Literally every roll, I think, other than persuading the guy to give me the egg, was a failure. So hopefully next time, if we've got any checks to do, they can be a success. We can even out the failure success episodes, you know. I need someone to like go through all the episodes and count how many failures and successes I've had, so we can tally them up at the end of the series. That would be kind of funny. I'm not expecting anyone to do that, but if you do, I will appreciate it. So next time we will go see the Inquisitor, report the traitor, see what is done about it. Probably end the next episode off with a bang. A secret for you lot who haven't played. But anyone who has played might know what I mean by that. I'll see you all in the next episode. Hope you all have a great night or day depending on when you're watching. Goodbye.